I noticed the schedule about 6 weeks after moving into my new apartment. I lived in a quiet, modern complex, clean hallways, neutral tones, anonymous faces. Across the courtyard, directly opposite my living room window, was the neighbor Dot. He was a tall man, early 50s, with immaculate salt and pepper hair and a habit of wearing perfectly pressed clothes. His life ran like clockwork. Every morning, 7:45 a.m., he left. Every evening, 6:05 p.m., he returned. Dot at first, I liked the consistency. I worked from home. My life had no structure, so he became my anchor. Dot, and one morning, I overslept. I missed his departure. When I stepped out at 9:30 to buy groceries, he was still there, standing in his courtyard, watering a small potted plant with quiet precision. He looked up, smiled faintly, then went inside. I remember glancing at my phone. 9:37 a.m. Dot. It struck me as odd, but I moved on. A week later, I left for a doctor's appointment at 11 o'clock. As I locked my door, I heard his Durapen. He came out carrying a small trash bag, nodded once at me, and walked to the dumpster. He was supposed to be at work. After that, I started watching him. When I left at 2 p.m., he stepped out to check his mail. When I left at 5:30, he came out to adjust his doormat. When I left at 7 a.m., he emerged to wipe one smudge off his car. Dot. No matter what time I left, he appeared within 10 minutes. Dot, always performing a small, meaningless task. Dot, always watching me go. I tried to explain it to my friend Monica. She laughed. Maybe he's just friendly. Or bored. You're overanalyzing. No, I said. It's deliberate. He's on a 10-minute delay. He waits for me to move. She told me to relax. I tried, but the more I tested it, the clearer it became. He never left his apartment for more than 10 minutes. He shifted his behavior. Around mine. Dot, it was like I had become his schedule. One afternoon, I decided not to leave at all. I stayed home, blinds shut, laptop open. Around 3:30 p.m., I heard it, a faint metallic rhythm from the courtyard. Tink, tink. I peeked through the blinds. He was sitting on his porch, polishing his shoes. Slowly, methodically, and he was looking directly at my window. After a moment, he lifted something in his hand, a small yellow, sticky note. He held it up between two fingers. I couldn't read the writing. He was letting me know he knew. I'd broken the pattern. That night, I barely slept. Dot, the next day, I went to get my spare key duplicated. The clerk looked at my original key under the light and frowned. Ma'am, this key's been copied before, he said. See that notch? That's a tracking mark. My blood ran cold. I hadn't lost my keys. He'd been inside. I changed the locks. Every one of them. Reinforced the windows. Stayed in. For 3 days, silenced. Dot. Then on the fourth morning, there was a knock. Dot. Hard. Measured. Who is it? I called. A calm, deep voice answered. Maintenance, ma'am. Your neighbor, Mr. Henderson, reported a leak coming from your unit. It wasn't the building manager's voice. It was his. There's no leak, I said, stepping back. You're not maintenance. Ma'am, if you don't open the door, I'll have to contact emergency services. A leak can damage any structure. Something in his tone was off. Too formal. Too rehearsed. I remembered his old schedule. 7:45 a.m. out, 6:05 p.m. in. The rhythm he'd abandoned. It's 10 a.m., I said loudly through the door. You're supposed to be at work. Silence, and a slow, calm reply. The plumbing is complex, Mom. It could be anywhere. I whispered, trembling. You're not the manager. The doorknob rattled once. You're breaking the pattern, he said quietly. The pattern requires you to leave. And now I can't go to work. His footsteps retreated. I heard his door close. I moved out that afternoon. Now, months later, I still think about him. Every time I step outside my new place, no matter what time it is, I glance back. Sometimes, I think I see a window closing in perfect sync with my door. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's someone else's schedule, but I can't help counting. 10 minutes. Always 10 minutes. And sometimes, I wonder if he ever figured out my new address.